Career Active System Triad, CAST in short, has three levels, that is values, approaches and behavior. So it is trying to compare the three levels with an individual with that of an organization. So when it comes to values, the individual's aspirations and the organization's philosophy or strategy that is being matched into. And same way, approaches, it is trying to compare with the attitudes and policies of the organization. Same way, behaviors, the actions of an individual and the practices that is being followed in an organization. So this is how the comparison goes on, and how it is serving on, or what is the purpose. It serves as the framework for the discussion and for providing the balanced viewpoint inside the organization. So CAST integrates individual and organizational focus to career development. It is an active system, and CAST is set at three levels of analysis. Values. So the basic underlying level, which means the orals or the principles or culture forms the roots from which the other levels emerge. So that is the primary objective as far as the values are concerned. Same way, approaches and assumptions. So what is the approach and how it is helpful, or how it is determining the individual and organizational in a combined manner. So it translates value into third level. So the aspirations or the strategy of the organization put together takes to the next level, where this attitude and policies also play a major role as far as the approach is concerned. Next comes the behavior, and which is the major area as far as a career is concerned, and what sort of actions the individual tries to carry and is able to apply it in the environment, that is work environment, and what are the practices that is being followed. We can even say that the rules and regulations are framed by the organization, that is equally important as far as the role is concerned of an individual. So what sort of actions being executed or played by the individual to the role that is being given in an organization from time to time. And it is the responsibility of the individual to see that it is not going beyond the limits, or it is within the purview of the organization, or the rules and regulations framed by the organization. And one individual or every individual is expected to work within the limits. So whatever may be the aspiration an individual is trying to carry with them or her, and same way the attitudes one possesses. So attitudes can be of multiple types, and it tries to get emerge according to the situation. And natural attitude, it comes based on the situation, whether it is a normal situation or an abnormal situation, and it can be well seen in an abnormal situation where the employee is able to get emotional, either in the form of outbursting or in the form of keeping oneself cool. And same way, the behaviors, the most important thing. So actually the attitude is the one which carries the behavior to the next level, or to the organizational unit as a whole. So whether it is a collective task or it's an individual task, so the behavior of an individual, it tries to play a major role. And even whether a person is able to move to the next level as far as the designation is concerned, so this behavior is equally playing a major role when compared to attitude and the decision one is able to take within the role that he or she is playing. So behavior, so action and practices are the last aspect as far as behavior is concerned, which is serving as the framework for discussion and providing the balanced viewpoint in an organization. Though it is seeming to be precise in nature, it carries a lot of information. Based on that only an organization works or is able to function. So when it is collectively taken as individual or individuals, right from the top level management till the bottom level, so this career active system definitely is framed with a view to understand the organizational ethics as well as the performance of the organization, how it is able to achieve results, whether within a particular department or the organization as a whole. The next point, as far as the talent management is concerned, the business strategy that is applied and the business result that is reached. So what sort of strategy a business is able to apply, and how the result are being achieved. So if you see the cycle as a whole, or the process that is involved in a business, how it is able to achieve the results based on talent management, whether it is recruitment and selection, or the performance management, or training and development, or senior management development, or succession planning, or rewards management, and of course career management as a whole. So the talent management is the centric area which is closely connected with all these other factors, that is recruitment and selection, performance management, training and development, senior management development, succession planning, rewards management, and career management. So all these things put together play a vital role as far as talent management is concerned, or we can say that talent management is the origin, or it is the root level which is able to provide sources to the respective factors so that the results can be achieved, which is the primary objective of an organization in an entity. So the strategy that is applied in each and every area, whether it is at the recruitment level or selection level, or the performance that is being managed, or the training that is required based on the performance. See, normally in an organization, it is a cycle. It starts with the recruitment and ends with the recruitment. So here we can say that if an individual is being recruited in an organization, so the initial level of screening is being done. So that we call it as the probation period, whether it can be 3 months or 6 months depending upon the organization and the structure. And the performance is being analyzed from time to time, and by the end of that probation period, the management is in a position to decide whether to observe that candidate or not. Suppose if the candidate is of average performance or requires a little bit of training, or some more training is required, so that is emphasized and being imparted to the individual or the individuals as a team, and based on that the recruitment is being done. That means the person is able to be taken into the regular roles or the permanent roles, like that we can say. And the 6 months probation, which is the standard practice carried out in industries, whether it is a manufacturing industry or it is a service industry or even a information technology industry. So the ultimate purpose of imparting 6 months training is to know that how the person is able to behave, what sort of attitude one is carrying with himself or herself, and next thing is how the person is able to interact with the co-employees as well as the staff in that organization, right from the lower level management to the top level management. That is another factor being considered, and it is the major role of the human resources, that is the HR management, which is trying to evaluate the individual's performance. And here it is being split into two categories, that is, one is primary factors and secondary factors. Primary factor is how the person is able to perform in the role that is being assigned. So normally in a probation period, so it will be like a slow and steady process where the individual will be getting accustomed to the arena, whether the department or the functional area, and based on that the person's task will be given, and we can say that the learning level. In certain cases, compulsory training will be provided for 3 months, where it will be off the job or on the job training, and to ensure that the person is able to get accustomed to the organizational atmosphere. And only from 3rd month or 4th month, minor task will be given to the employee to see that he or she is able to perform in a better manner. So the comfort level is being given, and only after 6 months or something, where next level of interview is being conducted or screening is being done by the HR department to see that whether the candidate is really good for the role that they have absorbed. And after that, this report or this decision is being taken further to the respective management to see that to retain the candidate or else.